we ever been in here before? Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. I have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's a report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. Really? It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? What is it, like the JFK files? That's sweet. So telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Makoto, no! We need to know! The people demand answers! Fine. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. Is it this box? There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? What, there. That's a lamp. Huh, it's a desk lamp? Thinking Taco's sus. Fair enough. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Bianca using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a security camera. Okay. Maybe it's these books. So many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They tell all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with the real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. What? You messing with me, man. You're messing with me, right? You're ready to be disappeared for it. Take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. See, is this the Epstein client list? Is that what we got going on? Ooh. Come on, man. The people need to know. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Makoto, the people deserve to know. Quit being such a coward. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you think of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Makoto is such a wimp. Agreed. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? Be a fun game of hide and seek. All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. So you're finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. Some declassified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, The mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use, I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? Your common sense actually is just a side effect of the manner in which the place you were raised. And I'm sorry, but you were raised basically as like the cattle for people like me to boss around, so it's sad. It's a sad thing. Imagine your common sense is like the common sense of the chicken compared to the common sense of the farmer. The chicken knows nothing but that food comes on a daily basis and that their offspring are stolen routinely. The farmer is the only one with the true knowledge of how this comes to pass and for what purpose. I'm sorry, Makoto, but you're too far gone. You're such a so stupid, such a stupid little boy. Anyways, the documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Like all of them, multiple times. Oh, hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents, and more than once. Well, this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Wait, you own all of these? Huh? Members of the Takami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing, quite frankly. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It takes a mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. Among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It does look quite like a Genocide Jack situation. Though could someone just be invoking that intentionally to frame someone else? It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. This is interesting, because it does imply, then, it reduces the likelihood of a copycat, because A, most people wouldn't know this, and B, even if they did know it, they know most other people wouldn't know, so it would be an inconsequential detail to add. Unless you knew that, like, Byakuya knew. But what would be the point in framing it as a Genocide Jack case? It's not like we know who Genocide Jack is off the bat. Unless you knew you could somehow bring to light who Genocide Jack is, and then frame them for your murder. But if I know that he knows that she knows that I know that he knows, then... In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Byakuya's scary part? Yeah. I'll say, like, early on I thought he was just, like, some sort of pompous, like, rich kid that just had money and nothing else, but he seems to have the intellect to sort of back up his snobbiness, as much as I hate to admit it. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. In fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack. Again, we don't really want to end on his bad side, but more on the better side of him. Yeah, for sure. Ugh.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us.
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it'd be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Alright, let's read these files. Son of thick files. Oh, we aren't reading the files? Never mind. Okay. Maybe now I talk to him. Yeah, okay, about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Oh. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Stabs, interesting enough, seem to be more common than blunt force trauma. That's interesting. That's a distinction. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuro Honda, 17. Shoji Jaku, 23. Kano Ise, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuna Taro, Takafumi Gano. Uchida Naohisa, Takesha Masumu, there you go. Or it could be Masamune. Yuto Umejima. There's no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder was the word bloodlust, left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at this scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
The key point here is the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't? I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. Still think it's one of the girls this time. If no one else don't really know about it, then the handbook is in the mailboxes. And again, Toko is more sus than normal. Yeah, I mean, most evidence points to Toko. The one hang-up I've got is it is with the handbooks and the whole, like, only girls can get into it. Because yes, Toko is a girl, but I feel like, again, maybe it's a red herring. I feel like you put that thing in there that's like stipulation of like, oh, but it only could have been a girl, hint hint wink wink, as like a sort of red herring to like throw people off, when in reality it's like a loophole to take advantage of. This thing it to me is, if Toko is the killer, the handbook thing is completely irrelevant, because Toko has access to the girls' locker room in any case. Which makes me think it's plausible if someone else found out about Toko's split personality, we could actually have a copycat killer on our hands. But even that, it's a stretch, because someone would A, have to know about Toko being Genocide Jack, and B, intuit that other people would catch on to Toko being Genocide Jack. Which is not implausible, but it's a bit of a stretch for sure.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. And for sure, Toko is Genocide Jack. The only question is whether or not she committed this specific crime. Huh, where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Well, facecam? Indeed, facecam. Oh, wait! Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Maybe the blackened is Makoto. I don't know, though. I feel like I would know if I killed someone. Huh, just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with you.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro? That murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go. Investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene. The girls' locker room. I checked the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful on it. I need to find out everything I can. It was 2 a.m.-ish, training with someone else. Not many. If only you and Byakuya know about the extra handbooks. Toko acts more sus and maybe some personalities. Evidence leads to Toko? Possibly. Alright, to the crime scene, which is this way, I hope? No, it's not this way. How am I gonna solve the crime if I can't even navigate the building? Good question, good question. The answer is I won't, probably, I don't know. Oh, hello, Hifumi. Ding ding ding, Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet. I guarantee that what I find will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where is Les now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there? What? What's it gonna be? There, but not there. Real helpful. Alright, any further evidence to look into here? Hey, Kyoko, you guys find anything? Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress in your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about. Chihiro's e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I'd better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. We do know where there's an extension cord. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. She's dead? No, also gonna be AFK. Oh. Yeah, Chihiro's dead. We're working on trying to find the killer. We think it might be Genocide Jack, a serial killer. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. First, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. To figure that one out, there's a certain place I need to revisit to look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. I do want to look at this poster again. I feel like this has to be relevant. It's a bloodstained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Rose Arkham doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Maybe the poster has something to do with it. Okay, so the cord is probably the extension cord from the library. That's interesting. Okay, we know about this. Store leads out to the pool. Indeed it does. Okay, get me out of here. Let's take a look at the boys' locker room while we're here. It's plausible something's going on there. Wait a minute. hold on. Wasn't the swimsuit poster was in here before, wasn't it? Like, I'm not misremembering that. Like, that makes way more sense too. That the swimsuit poster should be in the boys and the like boy band should be in the girls. Huh. This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, that reminds you, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model? Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What's the reason? What reason would anyone have? Maybe we should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Okay, hold on. Murder was committed, here's the theory. Murder was committed here in the boys' locker room. Blood splatters on the poster. And so they get swapped to make it appear that the scene of the crime was the girls' locker room? Maybe? Because the murderer was male, and if it was in the girls' locker room, they're less likely to be suspicious? Huh. I don't know. Something doesn't add up. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Alright, it could be blood. Looks kind of like blood. Here's a question. Is it plausible that Byakuya murdered her and is now just trying to frame Genocide Jack, knowing that Toko looks very suspicious as being Genocide Jack? Look at the boys' card reader. Boys' locker room card reader, but the door is unlocked now, so it's kind of pointless. Fair enough. What, there's more waiting to be discovered? Life preserver, maybe? I don't think this flotation donut holds any clues to the case. Girls' locker room card reader, but the door is unlocked now, so it's pointless. Did I miss a detail? I mean, I don't think the gun is terribly relevant. Is that a real gun? Why is there something like that here? It's dangerous, but it also has nothing to do with the case. Maybe we missed something in the boys' locker room. Can I look at the other handbooks again? I mean, probably. Okay, there's nothing else in here. Oh, I can go this way, though. Out into the pool. The pool. Maybe there's some kind of clue in the lockers? Guess not. Okay. Maybe I missed something in the girls' locker room. It's plausible. Pool, useful servant to visit. Agreed. I guess I could take another look at the murder weapon. There's a big blood stain on a dumbbell on the floor. Monokuma file said that the fatal injury was caused by a blow to the head. This dumbbell has to be the murder weapon. Hold on a moment. Where's the dumbbell, like, weight rack? I would like to investigate that, but I don't seem to be able to. Hey, Sakura, anything new? You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? Where? I'd love to indulge. In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. So that's a... What? Okay, hold on. So the carpet that was in the boys' locker room / exercise room used to be in the girls' one. So that's been swapped. But also the posters have been swapped? Why? What? I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with? Disappearing stain has been added. Sakura's more sus now since the stain and posters switched? I mean, maybe? I don't know. There's a blood stain on the carpet. It can only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. I'm just trying to think what... Because obviously the items have been switched. I'm trying to think what reason you'd have to do that. Okay, I think I've got everything now, though. Because presumably you would switch the stuff if you were trying to like conceal where the murder happened, I guess. But wanting to conceal the fact that... Okay, wait, the carpets were swapped. That's why. Both carpets were swapped. Yeah, no, logically, if both posters were swapped, both carpets are swapped. Therefore, okay, the reason is still the murder would have happened in the boys. It's just a bunch of blood on some stuff. Killer, for some reason, wants it to be believed that it happened in the girls. And so swaps, like, a bunch of stuff around. It implies someone pretty strong, because I think there's workout equipment on the carpets. It also implies a man, because if you were a girl and you committed the murder, having it in the boys' locker room is actually ideal, because that makes it less likely you're the suspect. Like, it just doesn't make sense if you're a girl to want to swap the scene of the crime. Not the first time where things were swapped. Wait, doesn't that mean Chihiro was killed in the boys' locker room? If you're correct, that I don't see that as being the case. Well, there's no other reason to swap the stuff. Right? Like, there's not a universe in which you swap this. Well, is there a reason you would swap the stuff before them? I can't think of one. I mean, unless, like, you're trying to be like, oh, Chihiro, come and exercise, it'll be fun. And oh, I want to make sure it's like a pleasant sort of environment for her, so out with the stained carpet. And also we'll swap the boy band poster with the, like, pinup poster. I don't know, that doesn't add up to me. Don't forget, Leon's handbook is broken, but not by anything obvious, so maybe that's its weakness? What? Big-breasted swimsuit models? I think that's all of our weaknesses. Anyways, let's see. where are we going? The library. Library's on this floor. Yeah, there it is. Taka and Sakura are sus in your head. I don't see Sakura having done it. I don't know. The issue with the Sakura theory is why are the things swapped? Because the only reason the things are swapped is if the murder occurred in the boys' locker room. And they wanted to make it appear that it happened in the girls' locker room. But if a girl committed the murder, there's no reason for that to want to have done that. I'm taking a look at the Genocide Jack's case file. I know it was around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone? Someone take it out of the archive? Someone who would do something like that. Because of anything but Byakuya. Interesting. Also, so this is where the extension cord would have come from. Yeah, the extension cord was in there before. Okay, let's go see what Celeste has. There's still more I need to check. Never mind. Looks like we have desks on top of the desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. I guess not. What about this lamp? Huh, the lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. The last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Our desk lamp isn't added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Right, that's not the door to leave. I don't think we need anything else from in here. Wait a minute! I thought he said... Wait, the desk lamp. If I could grab that one from over here and put it over there? I'm sure it's dark over there. Wonder where the extra wires are? Apparently crucifying a classmate is my best guess as to the whereabouts of the other wires. Alright. Where's the stairs? I struggle to remember who's who with names in these kinds of games. Fair enough. I think I'm getting the hang of it. Hold on a second. Let's review the deceased's things. There's a mailbox here and inside are Junko, Leon, and Saika's e-handbooks. It looks like the handbooks of any dead students are brought here to the mailbox somehow. The rules say loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only lending it is against the rules. In other words, there's no problem with borrowing one. Also, it looks like Leon's handbook refuses to turn on. But according to Monokuma, it shouldn't be broken. Maybe Kyoko is the blackened? I don't know. I don't think Kyoko... She doesn't strike me as a murderer. And granted, sure, yeah, the last girl I trusted, like, unconditionally did end up being the murderer. But... I mean, you know, this time things are different, right? But according to Monokuma, it shouldn't be broken. Is it really unrelated to the case? Either way, something about it still bothers me.
Huh?
Oh, hey, Makoto, what's up? I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. Alright, now I'm suspicious of this guy. Oh, Taka, how are you doing, my man?
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Jiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Sounds like something Chihiro would say. No, we're not going to the gym. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Glad you're enjoying the contents. Okay, it's bath. Alright, Celeste is like around the storage room, right? Celeste, hello. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. Maybe talk as the Blackened? It's plausible, I guess. And the one sort of credit to that theory would be if Chihiro was specifically looking for someone to like come and help her train in the middle of the night, I could see her picking Taka to come and help her. Like he's like a sort of like cool, trustworthy guy that I think she could trust with that. I don't know. I think I mean that's probably still a long shot, but it's not impossible. And let's also keep in mind, of all of the people he would like, he could be the one whose secret is like pretty bad, just because he's so buttoned up, like from the outside, that even a slight deviation could be very scandalous for him. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something? Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw a Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before the nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the guy's locker room. Blue track jacket is going to become relevant, I bet. Possibly. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would ever have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So, apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there's no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Oh, yes. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. So that's accounted and added to the truth bolt section of your handbook. I actually might want to go back and check something real quick. Is it possible we didn't see that stuff because we weren't looking for it, but maybe, because if we find the duffel bag in the boys' locker room, that would almost like decisively prove that that's where the murder actually occurred. Yeah, sad with not realizing that that was the last time Celeste would speak with Chihiro, for sure. Okay, no bag. Laundry room would be another likely place for it to end up. With just a few changes, this game could become a lot darker and a lot sadder. I suppose so, probably. It's already kind of dark. Being about murder and all. I could see maybe someone goes to the laundry room to try to like wash out the tracksuit. Because if she was exercising at the time, it would make sense that the tracksuit could be bloody. Nothing here, it would seem. It's a washing machine, which has nothing to do with the case. Okay. Interesting. I guess let's check on Toko again. This is Toko's room. I should just leave her alone for now. Wait, since when was there a bathroom? Since always. It's more of like a sauna, sorta. Trash room maybe? Possibly. I would like to... Can we investigate Chihiro's room, actually? Where's Chihiro's room? Okay, so which one of these is Chihiro's room again? Celeste. Chihiro, there we go. This is Chihiro's room. But now, Chihiro is gone. Why? Why? Okay, we cannot investigate Chihiro's room. I suppose we could check on the trash room. Seems like a rookie mistake to try to use the trash room again after how that got the last guy found out, but you never know. This is the trash room, the dump in other words. But if the gate's in the way, I can't actually get inside. Anyway, it's not related to the case. There's nobody left who could do what Leon did. True, yeah. He was the only one capable of throwing with such accuracy. Okay. I suppose we could check out the dining hall. That could be where we're gathering for like post-investigation talks. Hello, oi. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Huh. Of course? Figured you'd be into more like healthy foods. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she's a little bit strange, didn't really hang out with other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know, she talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex or totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh, wait, maybe. Maybe she's used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. I don't know. Maybe she's a man? And that's definitely what that's implying. Hence why she'd be embarrassed to exercise with the other girls. Because then she'd get there and her card wouldn't work. Because she's not. Then man kills her and the boys realize is since everyone thinks she's a girl, it would make more sense for the murder to take place in the girls, while also getting the man off the hook because he shouldn't have had access to the girls. You know, it doesn't not make sense. Interesting. Have we considered doing a genital examination on the corpse?
I'm getting
Think that could
tired of
reveal
waiting.
some stuff.
Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet, right?
Yeah.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Oh, and if she was hiding, if she's actually a man and she was hiding that fact, it makes perfect sense why this... Never mind that. Sorry, brain malfunctioned for a second there. Anyways. Begin the class trial, or... It's about to begin. The red door is right through here. You just got your genital exam on the corpse? Okay, well, look, it makes sense in context. We think the murder victim might have been lying about their gender, okay? That's why. Ahem, so everyone ready to what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toku's not here. And Toku is... You really don't remember. Oh, is Toku gonna commit suicide to stop Genocide Jack? Maybe. Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Just like you said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. Okay, she's alive. Good. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible! You're all terrible. Ooh, so now everyone's here, right? Okay, then hustle on to the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro. Good to see you made it back safe. Natko. Chihiro Fujisaki. So is this game an anime-themed school murder mystery? Yeah, sort of. Murder mystery meets like sort of death game battle royale. But yeah, basically. She's so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Any pre-trial predictions? I think it's going to be a man. Who's left? I guess that'd mean, so it could be Hifumi, Taka, Mondo, or Byakuya? I don't know. Byakuya is kind of suspicious because he actually knows about a lot of the things which he led on. I think Byakuya found out Toko was Genocide Jack, then intentionally orchestrated the murder in such a way so as to frame Genocide Jack, thus framing Toko and getting himself off scot-free. Someone's standing right here. Alright, Byakuya. I gave you plenty to work with. Shows how far your logic can take you. There is something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. I guess I wasn't much help at all on this one. Okay.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? Maybe Toko's secret is that she is Jack. I do think Toko is Genocide Jack. I don't think she committed this murder, though. Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro?
Shall we go?
Shall we begin?
Well then.
I will uncover the villain who performs such heinous acts on a weaker individual. You ready? We doing this? Alright, onwards. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. And from the 15 students at the start, we lost 4 students, and we're about to lose 1 more. Yep, thinning out a bunch, for sure. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good, good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it, not at all.
Well,
Okay, then let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills.
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial.